Basically what I do, I watch it on 2 times speed, and then I watch it until I find something interesting. When I find something interesting, I'll screen record it,
Yeah.
and then that's what I'll drill. If I don't find it interesting, the likelihood is I'm not going to drill it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
It could be the case where I hear it's not even the technique that I'm drilling.
Yeah.
It's more than just the technique. It could just be an idea that I find is like, oh, I never thought about this situation or this position in this way, and I'm gonna record that. And then when I go back, I'm not just drilling the position. It's not like, oh, he's gonna put the hand here, I'm gonna do this. I'm thinking about what he's talking about and how I can like understand this better, and then how I might be able to apply it in different ways.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just like, okay, we're gonna drill technique A. Okay, we're gonna do like some random technique, and then that's the drilling. It's like I'm really trying my best to like take it for more than it is, or take it like for what it can be. You know, not just like at face value. It's like, okay, we're just doing this one technique. Really trying to play around with the ideas that he's trying to communicate, because I think he does like really talk about some really interesting things. So I think a lot of like, for example, like if he talks about, okay, we're going to focus on weight distribution in this position, I'm like, okay, then how can we manipulate weight distribution?
Yeah.
Right, for both players. And something I talk about a lot is actually when drilling, having a dialogue with your training partner. I mean, this might be controversial, but I hate drilling for reps where it's just like, unless you can't perform a move like uchikomi style. I mean, maybe in judo, because it's like timing is much more important.
A lot of we had one instructor called Rodrigo. It's like Japanese Brazilian, and he actually like went to university in Japan on a judo scholarship, and basically whenever he warms up, that's what he does: uchikomi, 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 right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it's like I'm going against like I don't know how many years of like training, but like for me, just doing the same thing over and over, maybe because like with standing it's a little bit different, because I guess the window to hit moves are like a lot smaller, and then there's an argument to work on timing, but I think you have to be very deliberate with what you're working on. If you're just doing like
reps,
like just reps for the sake of reps, I really don't like this. Like I try to talk to my partner. I'm trying to understand the position more. I'm trying to understand the way my partner feels in the position. I'm going to try to understand what they can do to affect my options and stuff like this. And this is just like, again, this is going to give you more insights to everything that's happening. It's going to give you more information to make decisions. And then let's say, now this is probably like fairly like growth mindset, right? I'm trying to understand the position more. I'm trying to make everything very explicit. And once that's the case, then I can dumb it down. But I need to make everything clear for me to realize, okay, what's important, what's not.
Right.
Because if I just guess what's important, this is maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, you know? But if I can make it clear in my mind and make everything make sense, like really try to single out most of the variables that matter, then I can decide, okay, where should I focus my attention? Because realistically, I'm not going to be focusing on like 10 different things when I'm trying to pass your knee shield. So maybe focusing on my elbow position, my head position, and your knee position. Maybe that's it, you know? And then in certain situations, it might just be one of those. So, I mean, and then I think the reason why I can do that is because I've spent the time in those positions, and you can kind of first, like, I believe, like, I don't think, I like the Josh Waitzkin's book, The Art of Learning. Yeah. I think it's a bit vague sometimes, but like he had good ideas where it's like the two concepts I talk about a lot that I really like there is like, he has this idea for making smaller circles, which is like basically really zooming everything in. And then he talks about numbers to leave numbers, which is making everything more intuitive. I think both of these are like opposite sides of a spectrum, but are very necessary for improvement. Right? If the problem's not clear, you're not going to be able to come to good solutions. But then if it's like there are too many variables to think about, you're not going to be able to like use the solutions you come up with very effectively, because just like there are too many things to think about. And so really trying to play between the two.
Given that like you actually really like Danaher's stuff, what made you choose B Team instead of New Wave then?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good question. I mean, I think everyone who goes to Austin to try train
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I was like, oh, maybe I can do both. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, probably not. But basically, it was the environment that made me choose to. I mean, I didn't go to. I went to Henzo's, and I went there for a class, and it was like too crowded, and there was no time to drill your own stuff, right? And ultimately, that was the deciding factor.
Yeah.
The class was amazing. I thought it was sick,
Yeah.
but I felt like it kind of. I would have lost the person that like kind of made me as good as I am now. It's like I just feel like I would have to sacrifice too much of myself to put myself there. You know, it's
Right,
like I'm
okay.
drilling the technique that's being taught. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't have the autonomy to practice anything by myself. You know.
Right, okay.
And so this is like a lot of what like is important to me.
Yeah.
This is what's interesting. It's like I guess it's similar in school. Like I had very little appreciation for what I learned in school at that point in time.
Yeah.
But maybe now looking back, I'm like, oh wow, that topic was actually really interesting.
Yeah.
But it's like you kind of have to come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
It's like it's the difference between someone telling you what to do versus you coming to that conclusion. I feel like it's really important. Like obviously, the best way to go about this is like I ask the question and you provide me the answer, but I need to ask this question. If you just tell me the answer, it's like, I mean, many people say this, right? So I'm not saying anything unique here, but I think the reason I chose B team was just because it was an environment which enabled that, right? There's plenty of time to drill, plenty of space to drill. I wasn't forced to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Okay, so it's more of an open learning environment, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying like, I mean, I'm sure Henzo's, I've heard now there's a lot more space and maybe, I believe there's like a Q&A section and it just seemed at the time as the better fit for me.
Yeah.
Welcome to this instructional/short course. We're going to be talking about outside passing, and this is going to be very similar to like kind of J-point camping, like toreandoing and stuff like this, but I'm going to try kind of share my understanding of this topic and how I think of this, because this is probably one of my favorite ways to pass, especially in conjunction with tripod passing. So we're going to go over like the basic structure of entry, maintenance, and offense, and we're going to try to distinguish these similar to if you're familiar with my tripod DVD, in a very similar manner as to that.